Hello and welcome to Mr. Adventure channel. Please do like, subscribe and comment to support the growth of this channel. Thank you. Today, we're diving into a gripping and serious topic, the most dangerous cities in the world. From the bustling streets of Latin America to urban centers in the United States, these cities face unique challenges that contribute to their high crime rates. Join us as we explore what makes these cities so perilous, the underlying issues at play, and what's being done to improve safety. Let's get started. First on our list is Tijuana, Mexico. This city, located just south of the U.S. border, is infamous for its high levels of violence, primarily due to drug trafficking. As of 2022, Tijuana recorded a staggering murder rate of approximately 138 per 100,000 residents, making it one of the deadliest cities globally. The violence in Tijuana stems largely from the ongoing war between rival drug cartels, particularly the Sinaloa and Jalisco New Generation cartels. These groups are in constant competition for control over lucrative drug trafficking routes into the United States. The brutal tactics employed by these gangs have led to public confrontations, shootouts, and a significant number of homicides, many of which are linked to cartel activities. Despite its reputation, Tijuana is a vibrant cultural hub with a burgeoning culinary scene and a lively nightlife. Tourists flock to its bustling markets and beautiful beaches. However, the dangers are real, with locals often facing risks of kidnappings and extortion. The police force in Tijuana struggles with corruption and limited resources, complicating efforts to manage crime effectively. Community initiatives are emerging to combat violence, but the challenges remain significant. Next, we travel to Caracas, Venezuela. Once considered the jewel of Latin America, this capital city now grapples with one of the highest crime rates in the world, boasting a murder rate of about 100 per 100,000 people. The city's transformation stems from a combination of economic collapse, hyperinflation, and political instability, which have created a fertile ground for crime. The scarcity of basic necessities such as food, medicine, and security has driven many to criminal activities to survive. Armed robbery, homicides, and kidnappings have become alarmingly common, particularly in impoverished neighborhoods. The Venezuelan government has implemented various security measures, but the effectiveness of these initiatives is often questioned due to ongoing corruption and inefficiency. Caracas is also a city rich in culture and history, with beautiful architecture and a vibrant art scene. However, the stark contrast between its beauty and the harsh realities of life for many residents is palpable. Community organizations are working tirelessly to reclaim public spaces and foster a sense of safety, but the journey toward recovery is fraught with obstacles. At number 3 is Cape Town, South Africa. Renowned for its stunning landscapes and iconic Table Mountain, Cape Town also faces significant challenges with violent crime. The murder rate in Cape Town is approximately 65 per 100,000 residents, with gang violence being a primary contributor. Areas such as the Cape Flats are notorious for their gang-related activities, often leading to high-profile shootings and violence. The roots of Cape Town's crime problems can be traced back to the historical injustices of apartheid, which left deep socioeconomic wounds. High unemployment rates, poverty, and lack of educational opportunities continue to fuel gang recruitment and violence. While the city has made strides in promoting tourism and investment, many neighborhoods remain perilous, especially after dark. Local authorities have implemented various crime prevention strategies, including community policing and youth engagement programs. However, the struggle to create safe environments in marginalized communities remains ongoing. Tourists are often advised to avoid certain areas and stay vigilant, as the juxtaposition of Cape Town's beauty and its crime rates is stark. Coming in fourth is Acapulco, Mexico, a city that was once a glamorous vacation destination. Today, it has a murder rate of about 111 per 100,000, largely driven by violence linked to drug cartels. The rise in crime is closely related to conflicts between rival gangs, particularly over the lucrative drug trade and local territory. Acapulco has transformed from a paradise for tourists to a city where violence can erupt unexpectedly. The government has increased security measures, including military presence, but these efforts have not fully curbed the violence. Tourists are often warned to stay in designated safe areas and avoid traveling alone at night. Despite these challenges, Acapulco still attracts visitors, who are drawn to its stunning beaches and vibrant nightlife, although many are cautious about their safety. Next on our list is San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Frequently labeled as one of the most dangerous cities in the world, San Pedro Sula has a murder rate of around 112 per 100,000. The city is deeply affected by gang violence, particularly from notorious groups like MS-13 and Barrio 18, which exert control over various neighborhoods through intimidation and violence. The socio-economic conditions in Honduras, marked by high rates of poverty and unemployment, contribute significantly to the cycle of violence. Many young people feel trapped in a cycle of crime due to a lack of opportunities and support. Although local and international organizations are working to address these issues through community programs and violence prevention initiatives, the situation remains critical. Efforts to improve the city's safety include community outreach programs aimed at providing education and job training to at-risk youth. However, the entrenched nature of gang influence means that many residents live in fear of violence and retaliation, making daily life a challenge. At number 6, we have San Salvador, the capital of El Salvador. This city has a murder rate of approximately 36 per 100,000, driven largely by gang activity. Gangs like MS-13 and Barrio 18 dominate many neighborhoods, engaging in extortion, drug trafficking, and violent crimes. The impact of these gangs creates an environment where fear is pervasive, and many residents feel unsafe in their own communities. The Salvadoran government has implemented various strategies to combat gang violence, including special police units and military operations. However, these approaches have had mixed results, often leading to human rights concerns and further violence. Community-based initiatives focusing on youth engagement and rehabilitation are also being developed, aiming to provide alternatives to gang involvement and promote social cohesion. Despite the challenges, San Salvador is a city rich in culture and history, with a vibrant art scene and resilient communities. Many residents are actively working to reclaim their neighborhoods and build a safer future. 7th on our list is Natal, Brazil. With a murder rate of around 68 per 100,000, Natal faces similar challenges as other cities in Brazil, including high levels of poverty and drug-related violence. The city is known for its beautiful beaches and tourism potential, but the rise in crime has led to concerns about safety for both locals and visitors. Drug trafficking and gang violence have increased in recent years, particularly in poorer neighborhoods where law enforcement is often absent. While the government has deployed resources to combat crime, the effectiveness of these measures is frequently questioned. Community organizations are working to provide educational opportunities and support for at-risk youth, aiming to break the cycle of violence. Tourists are advised to remain vigilant and stick to well-populated areas, especially after dark. Efforts are ongoing to promote safety and restore confidence in the region as a tourist destination. 8 on the list is Fortaleza, located in northeastern Brazil, is celebrated for its stunning beaches and vibrant culture. However, it also grapples with significant crime issues, making it one of the most dangerous cities in Brazil. Fortaleza has one of the highest homicide rates in the country, with statistics showing rates often exceeding 50 homicides per 100,000 residents. The violence is predominantly driven by gang conflicts related to drug trafficking, with organized crime often clashing over territory and control. A significant portion of the population lives in poverty, with a high unemployment rate that exacerbates crime. Many young people, lacking education and job opportunities, find themselves drawn into criminal activities as a means of survival. Rapid urbanization has led to overcrowded favelas, slums where conditions are dire, and access to basic services like education and health care is severely limited. The relationship between law enforcement and residents is often strained. Corruption within the police force and a lack of trust from the community make it difficult to combat crime effectively. The government has initiated various programs aimed at reducing violence and improving community safety, but systemic issues and resource limitations pose significant challenges. While Fortaleza attracts tourists with its natural beauty and cultural richness, the high crime rates and socio-economic struggles present serious risks, particularly for those unfamiliar with the city's more dangerous areas. 9 on the list is St. Louis, Missouri, is known for its rich history and iconic Gateway Arch. However, it faces significant challenges related to violent crime, making it one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. St. Louis consistently ranks among the cities with the highest murder rates nationwide, with rates often exceeding 60 homicides per 100,000 residents. The city's violence is largely fueled by gun-related crimes, drug trafficking, and gang activity, contributing to a pervasive sense of insecurity. Economic decline has severely impacted certain neighborhoods, leading to high poverty and unemployment rates. Many residents face systemic barriers that limit access to quality education and job opportunities, pushing some towards crime. Racial disparities are prevalent, with many communities experiencing the compounded effects of historic disinvestment and social inequality. Tensions between the police and the community have escalated, particularly in the wake of incidents of police violence. This has led to a lack of cooperation among residents when it comes to reporting crimes and engaging with law enforcement. Various community programs aim to rebuild trust and improve safety, but the underlying issues of poverty and inequality remain significant obstacles. St. Louis's combination of high crime rates, economic struggles, and strained community-police relations creates a challenging environment, making safety a major concern for residents and visitors alike. And the last on this list is Detroit, Michigan, once a thriving center for the automotive industry, has faced dramatic economic decline, contributing to its reputation as one of the most dangerous cities in America. Detroit has one of the highest violent crime rates in the U.S., with homicide rates often exceeding 40 per 100,000 residents. The city struggles with a range of violent crimes, including assaults and gun-related incidents. Certain neighborhoods are particularly affected, with crime often concentrated in areas suffering from significant disinvestment and abandonment. The city has endured substantial population loss over the years, resulting in numerous abandoned homes and businesses. This urban decay creates environments that can foster crime and lawlessness. High unemployment and poverty rates further contribute to the cycle of crime, with many individuals resorting to illegal activities as a means of survival. Although Detroit has made strides in revitalizing certain areas, the effects of decades of neglect are still apparent. Limited resources for policing and community programs hinder effective crime prevention efforts. Community engagement initiatives are being implemented to rebuild trust between residents and law enforcement, but systemic issues related to socioeconomic disparities continue to pose challenges. Detroit's blend of historical decline, socioeconomic struggles, and high crime rates creates a complex landscape where safety concerns are prevalent. While the city is working towards revitalization, significant challenges remain.